yourself a Move along.
The microphone is always off. Wonderful. I like how it doesn't really show it interacting on Microsoft setup, but OBS at least does. All right, January 28th, 2020. Let me re-say everything that I said before. I am here with some more Outer Worlds. I have quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If you cut inside, you will be shot. I know that.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with. As always, I am at your disposal.
Anyways, I wasn't sure what to play,
Anything
whether it was
like to
this
discuss?
or anything else I have been putting off, like everything.
Yes, well, now that we're here, can we check in with security? I'd like to track down that Scholar.
We'll get to it.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before.
He looks just like the guy
What
from
can Groundbreaker security do for you
that
today?
other place. I'm just getting my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Why can't you take incident reports anymore?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
I bet you guys seized contraband from all over the system locked up back there. Lots of freighters come through the station. Must keep you busy. Do you, I don't know, do tours
We
or
can't
something?
just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, that's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
Oh, weird. Oh, my persuade's not high enough. Oh, right, I forgot how to pay the filing fee.
All right.
I don't feel like I need to go in there right away.
Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless.
Must be nice. Why aren't as many freighters coming through? Hear anything good on the comms?
There's been a whole heap of good advertisements lately.
Of course.
Sometimes I tune in just for those.
I bet you've seized,
Less than there used to be.
Let's go back to this one. Why aren't there as many freighters?
Search me. I mean, don't search me.
You
because
bet.
That's my job.
Yeah, would.
Get it? I reckon you'd
Yeah,
have to ask the
would.
folks in Byzantium.
Byzantium. I bet you've seized contraband from all over the system.
Sure. And stuff from outside the system, too. Off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here.
What is going on with YouTube? I gotta stop streaming for a second. Probably. I mean, Mixer's working, right? Mixer's working for what it needs to do. Twitch is working. Mixer's working. YouTube is crapping the bed. I swear YouTube always makes things worse. Nobody cares about your to recalibrate something? I don't know. I'm gonna have to pause the stream for a second. Not the recording though. As I'm doing this, once it gets uploaded, everyone will still see what I'm doing. Yelling racist things. Misogynistic things, right? What else? What else is bad news? Pro-coronavirus statements. That should get me in hot water, right? So that contraband's mine, and I'm here to claim it.
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then.
I like this guy.
All right.
Now it's not connected to Twitch? No, it still is. Okay. There we go. YouTube kind of is working. Alright. See you around, not a good conversationalist.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
What bounties do you have available?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Not the criminal.
The criminal.
Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but two officers.
I feel like flying your spaceship while drunk is not really a big issue.
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot.
That's different.
Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley.
Hartley?
An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
Huh. Interesting. Any leads on where to... Assaulting two officers.
Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves.
I'm on it.
But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan to lock him in ISO with them two officers he wounded. Thinking he won't like that one bit.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Legs!
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
The guy's just standing there. I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks.
So kill 6 other people.
It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head. Or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
As long as I keep my helmet on, everybody likes me. So what's the legwork and security detail on the space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell.
Oh, yeah?
Understand?
I'm all for that. Hey, no one talks to me like that.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
All right, Bangalore.
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker.
I'm still
Started back
there.
before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Guess it stick. Hey, guy back there. Hey, look, Mardet. Okay, so he...
picked up this weird signal.
Why does it pull out a gun? Why do they gotta do that every time? Why is my interact button also my shots button? My guns button. They start stealing everything. Why do they let me just look at things? I don't even remember where I gotta go. Why are these guys just standing around?
You ever hard up for work? Try some light salvage. Good pay.
Don't look funny at the crew. But they toss folks out the airlock if they don't like your face.
You have the same face as everyone else. Look at that! This stuff is not stealable. Or there's not a problem with me taking it. Is it because I'm not in anybody's use? Ocular range?
This is Halcyon News.
Hello.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Careful where you smoke. Crew bills us for air filtration.
Plaguing the surface of Monarch.
You learn. Careful where you... If it wasn't for us, it's always fucking freezing in the base.
Savage and unemployed.
Now it's freezing in the bay?
The board's embargo.
Oh, the politics of Tosma have grown increasingly turbulent of late, and the crew of Circus Time clowns treating of every single member team. I don't care.
Ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working.
Oh, this must be the Sleepy's base.
You've been listening to Halcyon News. Your mandated duty as
First go key card, huh? That looks like it would be good. Trying to put my stupid gun away.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
With Rizzo's lemon slap. Rizzo's mock. Rizzo's lemon slap.
What's that? Some kind of kid's toy? Too flashy to be a real weapon.
Why is it out?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar gel flakes and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
God, I can't even jump over a freaking barrier. Little. Oh man.
Rizzo's knock you out off.
Ah! Who put the floor so close?
Got one more hour before the dockmaster bills me. How many beers can I down?
I get it. She has one eye.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back.
I thought she was saying how my bones
I
snapped.
got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
I don't know how to do anything. Let me see what you trade. What's the benefit of modifying? Oh, jeez. Look at all the stuff she's got. Revolvers, and big grenade launchers, and things I can't buy. Barrels, blah, 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 blah. 26%. So if I kill you, I can just take the stuff, right? Welcome. I found the bathroom. This is the saddest kitchen I've
It
ever
only
seen.
gets ugly around here when the corporates stir up trouble.
What are you doing? You're never gonna finish my nuggets. My cheeky nuggets if you keep doing that.
Hot enough for you?
Damn, the damn dishes ain't gonna wash themselves, buddy. Nobody has a problem with me being back here. Ooh, I'm not that good. Hello?
This is Halcyon News.
Yeah, I've
We
done work
interrupt
for
your
Subway.
regularly scheduled
Pay the bills.
advertisement for the following
Welcome to the
story.
last hope.
A little tribute to the mystery.
Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate
Need directions?
township from the
Try an
dangers of
engineer.
alien wildlife
Talk to
and
Vera if you
mountain
need something. She's usually behind the bar.
She's right next to you.
From the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
I gotta go fix those radiators because apparently it's bothering everybody. I don't suppose you know a way I could get to Stella Bay on Monarch. Let me see what you got for sale. All the traders in the system come through here. Heard anything interesting? What's this heat issue I hear people complaining about? Ooh, we're gonna go with
Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. So yay, another 6 of those next season.
How long is this game gonna play? I don't suppose. It's just heat I keep hearing.
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday.
I hope they need a
And
power
we're
regulator.
all sweating
Ooh.
buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
I mean, can you just imagine? It's not only hot in there, but it's not an open. Like they can't just open a door. Sounds like you might have an issue with your thermal control system. Yeah. What you need radiators for? Who's in charge of fixing it? Maybe I can do something.
Couldn't say. And I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't freaking know.
All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here,
Yeah.
and it's only gonna get worse.
It's got to stink in that ship. She wouldn't know.
They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space.
Boom.
Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade.
Promenade. How long's it been like this?
Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long.
Too law-damn long. Language. Who's in charge of fixing it?
Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson. to
God,
be
she's probably
precise.
strung up.
She runs this
Dead.
heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up.
I'd wish he'd hurry the maybe I can do something about it.
That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'm, what you may call an asshole. I don't suppose you know a way to get to the Stellar Bay on
Stellar
Monarch?
Bay proper?
Language.
Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corps pulled back to Terra 2.
Why'd I do that?
It's overrun with beasts, I heard.
Ooh.
Big ones.
A lot of
Only
things for
chew
me
your
to
face
destroy.
off for fun.
I'm
Might all be board
over
propaganda.
that.
If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like
Nothing's
them
more
that truck
dirty
with
than
Monarch.
cowbell.
But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade.
Are you
She'll
sure?
fix you up.
I feel like you know everything that's going on. Use the best.
There's
links.
nobody who knows more about the station's guts.
Nobody who knows
Any
more.
system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better.
Gross.
She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
Too straight-laced. Let me see what you
What
got.
ain't I got?
What ain't I got? I don't care about any of these things because I don't really know nanner spank. Well, maybe. That's my vicar.
You're spending large tonight, man.
That last zero just got done with a real sweet haul. Heft to Fairfield. Loads of metals and rare earths for the T&L factory.
What's that?
What's
Some
a
kind of
rare
kid's toy?
earth?
Too flashy to be a
Oh,
real
I
weapon.
know, but it's rare, so it's gotta be expensive, yeah?
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you to look.
Yeah, I've
Got one more hour before the doctor.
mechanicals all over.
I'm just in port long enough to get another home.
I hate this. Everything is just here to take. Mardet ID card. I'm sure I need that.
I get strange comms chatter every
That maniac on Monarch still screaming.
We move cars 6 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Still can't afford a bed.
You're a deft hand with a mag pack.
Let me bring a whole crew of people with me.
I'll keep quiet.
much. That's probably what's going on, is all this hooting, nanny, and hollering. I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. Definitely not supposed to be in here. Oh my god, I'm in the storeroom of the gun place. Alright, get, go. That's right, I can't use the ladder. A lot of garbage laying around inside this building. Inside this spaceship. This can't be good. Freaking manta pillars. Work order. Vera says the Last Hope's plumbing is acting up again. Take a gander at the usual spot. While you're there, someone locked their key behind a door. It's a locked one. Once you're ready for a challenge, come back and we'll discuss the radiators for the 100th time. Should I be out here?
Ha!
I think Vicar fell.
Is anyone there? I can hear footsteps. Don't just leave me here.
Hey. Thank you, stranger. Ain't that a relief?
You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet.
Oh my god.
Thanks again, friend.
Hey, no problem. What are you doing here?
What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell.
Was he eating the toilet?
It's been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is?
No.
That all? Of course. Everyone on the ship's gonna hear about this. Hell, it's the only chance I've got to keep my job.
Oh, what's gonna be bad is they're like, wait a minute. So what are you doing back there? You What are you doing back there? This is a locked room. What about these people?
Suppose it's time to reevaluate.
Oh, baby. And I can't pick nothing up. Jeez. I'm not supposed to go up there. Nope.
I could spend hours reflecting. So,
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure I've shot Pavardi enough times. Not on purpose, of course. Maybe. But no. Yes. Possible. Outer Worlds. Everybody's about the Outer Worlds. I've missed all the hype. Okay.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
Should I really be back here?
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
Examine friend got a lead on local salvage. One of the Groundbreaker's old hangars was bricked over until someone found it by poking around the stevedore's quarters. Lilia gave us the go-ahead to plant her flag once we clear out the new arrivals. I'm sending you a scout. Look for a loose panel. You got to climb on top of their bunks and head toward the back. Well, Lilia says we should watch our back. She thinks we're being tailed, in other words. Crumple instruction.
Are we gonna get in trouble today? Not that I want to. Just seems to happen around you, is all.
Hey! Frozen dinner. That's gotta be good. Can I just die? And the game's over. So you just basically come down here for a clue. When I came in here, that leads to the back of the gun store. Hey!
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Got one more hour before.
Huh?
Huh?
If it wasn't for us,
Stay in the public areas, and we'll get along fine.
Carry on.
Have you ever seen a man fly towards you? All recent users. Access user Callahan MJ. Gonna just read a bunch of stuff because I don't really want to. I keep telling you the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn this thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man, but there won't be anything left of me to care. Martin. Hope you're doing well, Mom. Thought I'd check in. Engineers visit the shop a bunch. I remember when I used to turn a wrench back home on Terra 2. Lillian Hagen over in Sublight told me that I could always pursue a career in salvage if this thing doesn't work out. Please give Dad and the others a hug for me. Mom, I'm really great that we can stay in touch like this. A little reminder of home are more important than ever. Enjoy the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent. You can get ones just like them at home, but I figured you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. Return to route. Public notices. The heat. I know it's bad. As the one whose office is closest to our radiators, you can imagine why I want to take 3 showers every day. That's got to be a waste of water, says the guy who's also been doing that when it gets hot during the summer. We've got eyes on the problem and hands and tools. It's a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. In the meantime, enjoy some additional water rations and take breaks. You deserve them. If you're thirsting for coolant air, talk to your closest engineer about spots with favorable circulation. Speak to Lilia Hagen. Okay. Looking for contractors seeking ethically flexible spacer with stellar bay landing clearance. Payment is in exchange for return of legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants, prior convictions, no questions asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. plausible deniability is a sublight way. See Lillian Hagen for details. Warehouse next to the Spratwurst joint, second floor. Do not delete Halcyon Holdings corporate office and its environs are for conducting official board business only. I think I stretched something in like all of my rib cage.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix.
Ha 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 ha.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
Hey, Mr. Moon Guy.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Dennison will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. Oh, and it's not the best choice. A lot of slogans to keep track.
Here for Spacer's Choice, ever been to Edgewater? Fair warning, you're still logged in on one of the public terminals.
Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's the Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security?
I'm going to ask you about that hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You doing right
Oh,
there?
I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
You know, I just get all my items from everybody else's closet. You brush your teeth.
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
In development, but not actually working. You're missing something.
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's two handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew.
Doesn't sound like
the
it's
blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock
there
you
you
out
go.
cold, guaranteed.
That makes sense. Spacer's Choice make you wear that.
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need help you get out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
Where can I get a hat like yours?
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. Damn it. slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's.
Self-made.
Now, if we're done with the chit-chat,
pretty much,
I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person.
The best moon person. I pushed you too hard. Martin!
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to. Have a look.
I'm not gonna buy nothing. 51% discount! Holy damn. Maybe I'll buy everything. Look, I can buy a stupid hat. Lie +5. Ammo. Guns. Weapon parts ×3. There goes Twitch again with its let me just mess up all the time scenario. What is that? Mechanic overalls. +7. Spacer's Choice mechanical overalls provide protection against oil spills. Electrical sparks, but not both at once. Junior grade is perfect for buddy engineers. What do I got on stealth skills? Did I have anything else? Silver tongue.
Looking for some Spacer's Choice. Don't take my... Anything and everything. Whatever you want.
I didn't see
we got it. And when you need a replacement...
Ouch.
Just the opposite. Spacer's... Oh, sorry. Got the line wrong.
Damn it. Wait, toggle history. Just the opposite. Hot off the shelves because customers just can't wait to stop buying new stuff.
It's a script. If I don't follow it to a T, I might lose. Spacer's Choice items are always new. Hot off the shelves. Because customers just can't stop improving their lives with our fine products. You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable rate.
Aramid gear.
That's why you should get a backup or 3. Become a frequent buyer. Join our Friendship Rewards program.
It's like the
currently
Walmart
unapproved in
of
Alpha,
space.
Rewards and Friendship pending. Have a look.
Yeah, have a look. Okay, so wearing my silver tongue brought it up to 51%.
upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as...
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Smart man. How's that for the
Fine,
Groundbreaker?
as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself.
Boom!
Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
I like him. How does Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing.
Jeez.
There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
You mentioned...
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
That poor guy. You mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Sounds like she deserves a shotgun to be mentioned. I guess we're not renting a room after all. This is Cleo stuff. Factory stock, armor plating. 28's actually higher than what I got going on right now. That one's not in good condition. Board approved garbage. Eesh.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
Board patrol nicked a friend of mine. Accused her of piracy.
Shit. She actually do it?
No. One of the cleanest folk I know. She found a hold-up ship and was full of illegal salvage.
Is any of the news they play here actually true?
Cruisers rolled up on her and claimed she'd done the holding to herself.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place.
Not really.
I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices.
So it's, there we go. What does terra-frying mean?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry. Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice.
Of course it is.
Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
All right.
Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat.
Oh, so it was all her doing, huh? That's enough talk for now.
Just as well. Near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm fresh
I
sprats.
killed a lot of sprats that were killing people. I would talk to her about what? I just finished. Damn it.
Just
course,
as
when I
well.
finished the analog stick,
Near
it
about
changes.
time for me.
Yeah, it's you and your traps.
Fresh from the
Your dirty
grinder.
traps. I wonder if I can just sell her all my sprats. Why am I able to sell everything to this lady? Cyst pig hoof only worth 1 bit. That's with a discount too. 68 for a brain high. Oh wait, I could buy from you.
Terrified?
Yeah, terrified.
Fresh from the
Yep,
grinder.
grinder. Terrified Spratwurst farm raised Sprat deboned. That sounds terrible. Farm raised Sprat. Oh, it's the same thing. Base health plus 25%. 2 minutes. Garbage. What do you do? Ike's Armory. You also
look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor. Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only testament to its durability.
Lies.
We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
Melee
For those
weapon.
times you have to repel borders, but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Bullet holes.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge.
Fresh from the
Technically,
forge.
the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in the shape.
That makes sense. I have to turn off FTL because
Not me, but it's in my
Twitch
blood.
is
After the
constantly
crossing, my
listening.
family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
Go on.
I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out.
Wow.
That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
What the hell? So is anything even working? Do one thing and everything just has an error. Everything just errors out. Maybe I stop using Restream. Goggles. Mighty helmet.
Wish we had bigger weapons. Oh, be careful about blowing holes in the hull.
You got a maintenance issue, take it to... I picked up some weird chatter on my way in. Seemed to come from Monarch?
Hey, it's a robot. Time to die.
Auntie greeting, potential customer.
Oh,
Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen. A home-style consumable protein dispensary. This unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed.
Let me take a look at you. Maybe I can fix it.
Shock simulation restored. Initiating shock subroutine. How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Let's see what you got to
Dispensing
trade.
sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Ketchup. Bag of tobacco corn ears. Everything's on a corn. Triple K pasta pack. Chef's hat. That's fun that I can buy his hat. Oops, I put it on me. Sucks. There we go.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Webb. Have you seen this man? Have you seen
Yes,
this man?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now.
Does that dome look safe to you? Unless you have business with the board, move along.
Ah! Wildcats. Even though it's been nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers. Some of us have gone corporate. Some of us are likely dead. And some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message. But I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last invite, and I hope that means your schedules are all full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Wildcat group. So I just got off ice from a round trip of Dash Kova, 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we de-thawed and Groundbreaker comms told us our docking was gonna be delayed. 1 hour turned into 5, and days went by. In the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for a berth on this bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels all that time, not one of us got paid. Jeez, I don't know about you, but I got expenses of family I don't see often enough. Debt you wouldn't believe. And even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my payments. Does that seem proper to you? Don't we conveyors have rights? We should do something about this. I'm going to leave a message here and I'll respond to it back. This message is no longer accessible at your clearance level. Alright. Those of you who have raised concerns about the quality of Groundbreaker's victuals, yes, I'm aware of the prominent stinks. Allow me to put the matter at ease. Our ancestors didn't rise up from the humble beginnings on a diet of sprouts and boars, but that's the reality of life up here. If you can salt it and can it and zip it up in a pouch, then we're not picky. We're calling it food. Spacers make do with what they have, and what we have is smelly meat, lots of salt, and 11 kinds of mustard. Last time I counted. Why is there lots of salt? This is general notice about an impounded policies. If the board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. Their embassy is a gaudy building opposite Sublights warehouse. Send them your questions, outstanding fees, and hate mail, especially hate mail. Groundbreaker, how did you pay? Don't bother my people. Looking for work, urgently looking for a new crew to sign on with. Well, I guess I got a new person. I've been stuck in Halcyon for almost a year now. Don't know what's holding up my next posting. Never had to wait this long to get another freighter. I plan to take one of the rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find any, and even the shorter skips to the inner worlds seem rarer than the outer world routes these days. If anyone has any information, I'm supposed to hear down on my luck. Hey, so here's my story. My ship limped into the Groundbreaker in a rough state. We couldn't make the repair fees, the docking fees, refueling, or the fees for not being able to pay our fees. So I'm kind of stuck here now. Then they took my ship and sold it off as scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell. Corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bunk to spare and place to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for the... has been posted 56 times.
That appears to be impossible.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. So,
I don't think they'll let me. I don't think so. That was pretty damn close, though.
CNP Borst Pockets. We'll be back on in 2.5 seconds. Borst Pockets.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Doc.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? I
don't know what's going on.
See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
I'm all ears.
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. It is most certainly not. And watch where you go saying that, okay? You're gonna give people the wrong idea.
Wrong
I
idea.
just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Spacer's choice.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy,
Gunshots to the head.
Good luck getting to Jesse.
What seems to be the problem?
Can I buy supplies from you? You seem well stocked.
Not without dispensation from Chief Jun Lei.
Oh, I gotta go deal with her.
Supplies are hard to come by out here.
How do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker.
Sounds reasonable.
Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff.
We'd
nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
I'd like to see Jesse Doyle.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors.
Makes sense.
The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
Have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not with... Take care.
I need a status update. I know you bastards about the Sicilian shortcut. But could you maybe venture through a pocket of space that isn't infested with pirates? You know pirates, the ones who love cargo and hate rules. Here in the med bay, we've got blunt tools, watered down meds, long shifts, and shaky hands. Don't let me down. Shores. I'm at my wit's end coordinating with any authority outside of Groundbreaker. The board won't dispatch a surgeon unless June agrees to share a third of all docking revenue, and Spacer's Choice won't send supplies unless we make an exclusive deal to use their products. No thank you. I've seen enough shoddy needles breaking off in patients' arms. That's happened to me twice. I was getting a shot and it broke twice. The needle broke twice going into my arm. They said they had to use bigger needles. I need to chat with Junior about this. Why would you keep bits right there? Why would they let me inside?
Does Dr. Mfuru ever take a day off?
And what are you doing?
Miss Doyle isn't having any visitors. Even friends.
Okay. Restricted access. You found an ID cartridge to use with a holographic shroud. You will be automatically disguised when entering the associated area. This isn't Miss Doyle, is it? Sick Martins. Why are they coughing just as...
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
I am
if you're
actually...
here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
What can I do? Wheeler told me to tell you to get off your ass about your shipments. Wheeler said your shipments won't be coming in soon.
I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
Bandits. That's the name I read.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster.
Oh, jeez.
That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Is there gonna be spaceship fights reminiscent of, hello?
Dr.
Guys,
George
okay. Ooh. I shouldn't be running. Oh, your holographic shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to this restrictor. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk your way.
If you got a complaint, file it at security. Move along.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
I should be here. Oh, I see. I look like that guy.
slow day, huh?
Impressive as always.
Take all their stuff.
Heads down.
Jumpies. Squatter's Journal. I served on 2 corporate freighters before I got stranded here. Everyone's heard my sob story, but no one's listening. To them, I'm just background radiation. Wasn't my fault the captain decided to take off early. Wasn't my fault no one checked the crew manifest. Wasn't my fault they replaced me with a full-timer. Now I'm filthy, bitless, bedless. For anyone's concern, I'm Groundbreaker trash. That's how I live. If no one agrees to take me on as crew, I suppose that's how I'll die. Yeah, it's good.
This is Halcyon News.
Oh. Alright, it's kind of weird. Wasn't there like some kind of locked door somewhere? I should just took everything in the hospital, right?
Still getting acquainted?
And
can't go wrong if you stick to the promenade.
But you got nothing for me to say. Press and go keycard to unlock.
Just passing through. Minding my own business.
Right through your stuff. Pay to view movies. Restricted to diamond level guests. My big cannon friend grows. Nanner Spanks 7. Right? One of you be squealers came asking about you. After you wanted to know what you like to drink, who you talk to, what your temperament's like, tried to pay me off. I took the bits and told her a pack of lies. Watch your back when you get in. Don't want to find you in the disposal. Shoot! It's been a while since I heard from you. You're on that long haul out to Dashkova right now. Hope it goes well. I got space for you and yours to meet when you get back. It's just a storage room, but it's quite. Where the hell's my phone at? it's quite safer than the bar. Should be available. Should be able to accommodate most of your folk, most European folk. I reviewed your proposal the 10th time and still do not agree that galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for the Rizzo beverage. Even if you were to pursue the idea the samples you sent were dangerously hallucinogenic. Unopened packages. Why are there bypass shunts just there on the ground, on the trash? God, just collect the stuff. Just sleep in somebody else's bed. What's the point in coming here?
Got one more hour before the...
I don't have time for this.
Why would this just be here?
Both teams have tested negative for
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed. Oh, you can feed the sprats, sure enough. But then the neighbors start moaning about hygiene. Now see here, what was I doing again?
You got all kinds of nice stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor.
Is it? I didn't see any. What a Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door.
Poor old woman's
You here
door.
for a particular reason?
I don't know.
Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient. Or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Who need to send me? He said you could sell me.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. You've certainly been blessed with an abundance of sass, haven't you?
Bits.
But it's your interstellar currency I'm interested in,
Oh.
not your nethers.
Oh!
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime. Did he tell you?
No.
Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Well,
I'll pay for it.
I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits.
Bits?
But if you've got qualms... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Yes, dearie? Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering?
Nope.
On occasion, She'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Ready up.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
I like her. She's optimistic.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that.
A nose for
Here's
bits.
a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the... If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
Competitors.
The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
True story.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Gladys. Let me see what you got to trade.
Kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Gladys. TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family. Companion perks. Your companion has leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the page perk button to see available purge page pickers. Look at that. That's a hell of a gun. Battered Martin. An old data pad once used by a Groundbreaker's Martin. Accumulated dust. Somebody already died. This hasn't been accessed for years. What am I supposed to do with it? Down on their luck, smugglers will often purchase old data pads in hope of finding clues. Oh, jeez. 222. Old data pad contains incident reports from various Martin security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of the Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked. We'll later review. August 7, 2344. Responded to the code idiot. At the last hope, Vera asked us to bounce some back bay rat. Himself soaked in spectrum red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of the engineer Tennyson's peoples. We tossed that rug leech back onto the bay's asshole, fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. This is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt. I'm complaining to Sanita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with a rung leech from the last hope. Don't know how the uppity picker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing and locked himself in the repair bay off of docking slip 13 and refused to come out. Keep raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty and some shit. Wow, we were trying language to talk him out. Had to break off with our shift ended. Whole head's gotta come out eventually. Alright. Bubbles gum, soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. 20%. Oops, that was an accident. 26% discount. You look like somebody wants to die.
Huh?
You. Why does everybody have an eye patch?
I'd work just for the cookies, but Gladys insists on paying us in cold, hard bits.
I leveled up. Halcyon News. duration. Scrabble duration. Terrify area of effect.
We interrupt your reg...
You grow healthy in your time outside of stasis. Space health increase. Technical time dilation. Weapon damage. You don't like fast travel. Speed. Stop runners. Base armor rating. Companion crit chance. I don't care for much of these. Weapon armor durability lost. I just run everywhere, though. Movement penalty to accuracy, chance to reset the companion ability cooldown for each critical, chance to reset, DDT restored per kill, science weapon damage, companion ability cooldown, health restored per kill, movement speed during, I like that one too, bonus to extra headshot, weak spot damage. Consumable weight, carrying capacity bonus from companions, and interactable highlight range. Vendor buying price dialogue skill. That's a good one right there. Vardy's got skills. Increased damage dealt by this companion when using ranged weapons. Increases companion's base armor. Increased damage. Chance of looting mods when Vardy is in the party. When Vardy performs her ability to recharge some of your tactical time dilation, the companion swaps weapons and reloads much faster, increases the damage dealt, immediately resetting this companion's ability to cool down when they perform their companion ability. Whatever. Increase the duration of your dialogue combat effects while Max is in the party. Increase damage dealt by the companion when using melee weapon. Increase the companion's base armor. Increase generated whatever. Udon Bedford. So look at all the stuff I got going on. Udon Bedford. That's a main quest, right? Udon Bedford. There's one here.
Regularly scheduled advertisement for the following.
He's looking right at me.
Concerned citizens.
Okay, so that doesn't work. That's funny. Maybe if I'm just so fast, they wouldn't actually be able to. Oh, what? Oh, that's just the perks. What are you doing? Yeah. Ooh, there's something in this bathroom. Kitchen staff. Oh, needs a key card.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
What's that place right there? Rest and go. That was the rest and go, right? Modern ID card. That's one I just got. I think the rest and go was in the room. What the hell are you doing in here? I think he's awake now. There's a rest and go somewhere. But I had to steal it.
Careful where you smoke. Crew built it. If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
I didn't see you walk out the front door.
What seems to be the problem? Take care.
Stay in the public areas and we'll get along fine.
Oh, I see. They're all. They both are also transmorgified with me. Why do you keep running out? I'd like to see that myself.
But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
I'm just a dude pretending to be another dude. Just as another dude.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Okay.
You, ain't with the board, are you?
No.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Yeah, do you think the board had someone follow you and you're hiding out?
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me.
Of course.
I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items.
Jeez.
3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. Udon was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm.
Jeez.
Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh? You're sure no one followed you? Is it...
Or am I still a wanted woman?
Ha! Oh, you should ask her that. She'll love it. By which I mean she'll probably have an apoplectic fit.
Apoplectic. It was pretty apoplectic. You two aren't friends.
Oh, that's just how Ellie is. According to her, she don't need no one or anything to get by in life.
She don't need no one.
She can deny it all she wants, but we know each other. More than just as passing acquaintances. We've helped each other. Sometimes we even like each other. Lone pirates don't live too long, and it ain't weak to have a friend or two.
I'm weak. Can I steal your stuff? Why are you holding yourself? Free!
Any word on Jessie?
No.
Let's just say she did me a... So, did you find her? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
I'm off to engineering. Come on, Pafardi with a chef's hat.
How are the repairs going?
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Now, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
I'm here to use your stuff. When I was another contractor to UDL Gunship, that is your daily reminder that legitimate business don't run with the authorities, and that is what we are. Stay calm. Present your papers. If you get tangled up in the courts, I will personally bail you out. Anyway, see Hawthorne lately. Anyone see Hawthorne lately? I could use some reliable help. I'm Alex Hawthorne. Unlike most of you sprats, Catherine is bringing Sublight a consistent income from today until I say so. You're to treat her as an extension of my desk. Speaking of which, Tobias, order an extension for my desk. Lots, even more than lots. Erotic, generic. The locals aren't picky. Erotica, exotica, except for the ones that are. These people are a lot higher than I can fight. Space Cake Surprise. I don't know what this is. Black Hole, Holcomb, signed Tospel. Here's Tobias. Where are we with that desk extension? My scanner says the Mardens impounded a freelancer ship after the captain misbehaved. The crew dropped so many bits at various places that they can't afford to lift the impound. Whoever gets salvage rights gets to sit quietly in my office and watch professional work. One of ours had an altercation with one of theirs Lost another contractor. Scrapped the ship. Dedicated a tenth of the salvage to funeral expenses. I take care of my people. A little sprat told me that a crate of spoiled sissy pork ended up at the bottom of Monarch Canyon. Let's see how much we can sell. Speaking of which, no one eat at Auntie Cleo's stall until I say so. Something in the kitchen's gone bad. The next time one of us finds an abandoned ship and decommissions it, they had better dispatch a ground team to the debris field before the marauders have their turn. Just because we're salvagers doesn't mean we have to be scavengers. Alright. No! Hold on a second.
Welcome to Sublight
Jeez.
Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
Is it?
You the one flying the unreliable?
Hey.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back they got me
should just
started on
open the
civil
door myself.
acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
I wonder how far back the autosave is. I want to open the door. Probably like right there. Hey, okay, that's not too bad.
I'd go with you to see the port.
Too late.
How are the repairs going?
Oh, neat.
What was that? What do you think you're doing?
I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Incoming.
Take me through.
So why even give me the option? Why even give me the option? God, it's always Kenpachi and Yachido. Yachido.
Well,
and that one guy.
Money. We got it. The Steve Doors want it. I'll take that as a yes. Miss Lily has been...
I'm Captain Cowbell. Slices it, dices it, cauterizes the plasma cutter. If you give your companions a focused fire target, they will keep attacking the target until it's down. I don't know how to do that.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for
You're probably
legitimate
just gonna say,
consumers.
sure you are.
You the one flying... Miss Lily has been expecting... Sure am.
You better get up.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
Bring it on.
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Eh. for days and days and days and days. I'm Captain Alex Hostel.
You the one flying the Unreliable? Sure you are. Miss Lil...
So you're the new captain in town.
That's right.
I
You
was
gotta
hoping
look up
you'd
to me.
make your way to my office. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations.
Never heard of you.
A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to.
Talk to anyone.
It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anyway. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's you.
I'm Captain Alex Cowbell. I've never been more intrigued and saved a spot. The enemy seeks to destroy our way. I have one of those in my pocket. Philosophist.
Welcome to Sublight. You the one
I think these are doors that I get to if I break. Right? Dangerous Frontiers, Ophelia Sweeney. It is intriguing. We've devoted research to stars. There's still so many problems to be solved on Earth. Exposing our fragile species to the breadth of the cosmos renders settlers and spaceships alike vulnerable to the mysteries of other worlds. The fate of the outbound civilization could hinge on a single miscalculation, an unabsorbed variable in number of alien catastrophes. Recklessness and patience are perhaps hardwired features in humanity and not errors in our genes. Yay! Just jump to my death. Knock knock.
Salvage is a family business. You've got each other's backs.
I can't talk to her because I'm crouched. But I can look at her book. If the authorities are on your heels and our legal teams are pre-approved you to recite the passage, pursue the regulations following internally preserved boursts, such as business entities, would therefore be entitled to gather, maintain, and ultimately dispose of blah, 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 blah. Did I hear your cigarettes? Nope.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
You know.
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you're... Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again.
So she just skips
Useful
everything.
ship.
She didn't even care. Oh, it's nice to ship Hawthorne.
I didn't ask. I have a salvage job.
Just like in the serials.
She just skips everything.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay,
That's pretty.
the job...
She doesn't even care.
First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack. I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Tasty bits. Steven Universe likes the bits.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know,
bow.
Legal formalities.
No, legal. So you're a company of bureaucratic pirates. Ooh, sounds complicated.
Good boy. Knew you'd understand.
How organized is his business?
Very. I have this.
Why do these people just tell me this is one ugly-looking guy?
In general, I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Still kind of cold.
Hey, careful with the C word around here.
Cunt.
I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes
That's a dirty
trouble.
one.
Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
Back to my other questions.
Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Weird.
Be seeing you.
I'm gonna steal your job. God, they can just get right behind you when you're not looking. I'm gonna go buy that moon helmet for this guy. Get out of my way, you're friendly people. To my mama.
Have you tried our... Don't take mine. Have a look.
You know what's coming up.
Not getting into too much danger, are you? Could always...
Ooh. Why would they let me back here?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like.
Oh, shut
Something
the hell
vexing
up.
you, Captain?
I know big words.
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Hold on.
Good lord.
Everyone just looks like they're smoking.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Daily checklist, radio template, floor, life support, crew morale, scheduled landings, checklist maintenance, brush teeth. You can do this. Wow. She skips the first thing. There's no files. Promenade status. Morale has dipped 18% since Martin Callahan showed up. It's that damn mask. Come on, another listening device in my office. Thing was the size of a toss ball with a card leading all the way back to sublight. Subtle as always, Lillian. That's pretty cool. Could have sworn the automechanical chef arrived with the company tech. No record of the guy leaving the station. I'll have to go look. Spread infestation at the resting go is getting out of hand. Ethel better not be ranching those critters again. I swear by law, I'll airlock her stall. Back to base. No complaints. They already told Martins they're free to flush out MacReed and his outlaws. They're so knotted up sneaking warrants and paper justifications that they want someone else to solve all their problems off the record. I'm on it. You bet for the implications of your accusations cause my breath to hitch in my throat. I am certain that we can arrive at an agreeable understanding for what is the board liaison, if not a facilitator or of handshakes. Between great powers, much like the board and yourself, when you decide to return to the negotiation table, consider once again the embassy expansion plans I laid out. Gestures of good faith do not go unplanned, unpaid. Jeez, he gave me like a bunch of those. The board rejected my request for new radiator parts again, even after I greased their wheels with some targeted donations. Funny thing, when I use my admin privilege to pay the outgoing comms, I noticed some activity from your office. You chose your words carefully, but I plucked a juicy phrase from the let the frog boil a while longer, and now I have no radiator parts. You're playing with our lives. Did they install you on my ship just to get under my skin, or are you pulling this shit for fun? Language. Oh, jeez.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here.
Tennyson.
Chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction.
Ben
Groundbreaker
Tennyson.
doesn't see many visitors.
Cowbell, nice place you've got here, Chief. I'm captain of the Unreliable, though my ship's a bit grounded at the moment. I don't plan on staying long, Captain.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Oh, you have no idea. I'll do whatever I can to help you keep the peace. I'll try not to start any fights, but I'm
At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells.
I'm dumb.
So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just passing through. So get out of impound. None of you. Just passing through.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
I've been asleep for 70 years. Provided you wanted to talk to Junie. Go ahead. I heard you're having a heat problem. What's going on? Maybe this guy can help you. You know, I have no previous knowledge about anything. What's it like?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget.
Ah.
Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Oh, geez, I'm gonna lose her.
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gayen, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
Where's your chef's hat, Parvati?
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
How do you know that?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is
time to blow it up.
It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Where's the self-destruct mechanism?
I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a skin that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe.
It actually had one.
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
And I lose before.
You got my attention.
No, obviously you're not working. I've heard you got a heat problem.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
That's ridiculous.
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Can't you just, like, disable the air
board
for them?
isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
I feel like they're gonna contract rates, so I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day.
Give me
According to my grandmother's
a double high
schematics,
five.
the parts we need should be in the back bays. I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts should be there. I trust them.
They can't go there.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Oh, okay. You can't get these parts anywhere else, couldn't you? Tried to talk this out with whoever's down there. Have you heard? Have you tried sending anyone down there? The parts?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back.
Ooh,
I can't
like
afford to
those
lose
odds.
any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Boom! I'm just a floating head. Oh, why is it protective? Untaken. A rude gesture. Jazz hands. Oh, why is so protective?
Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment that crossed the void with Groundbreaker.
It's a bunch of
I don't put
inbred
their
people on
lives
the
on the
ship,
line
isn't
if I
there?
can avoid it. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Oh, there is gonna be violence. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it though. It's already at 2.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
The repairs.
I don't have time for this. Sorry about the heat. Here, drink up. No excuse for dehydration on my watch.
Oh, nice.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
I'll say.
What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
I'm a murderer!
If there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
I destroy families.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power.
Bits
and they
and
only
power.
get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
More water, please.
This whole deck smells like ass.
Hey.
And it'll get worse if I don't get those radiators fixed.
That'd be hilarious if she looked worse every time I talked to her. Why is there a bypass shunt here? I went into her computer right when I was next to her.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
I nearly figured out how to run that fight.
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without noticing.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope?
That was days ago.
The fucking door. It locked behind me. And it wasn't until this freighter captain found me that I...
You're lucky the chief would have my ass if I spaced you. Now get back to work, Private. Watch out something doesn't explode in your face. You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander.
And you're smoking. My goodness. He's just standing right next to those heat pipes.
is about the only thing holding this leaky old wreck together.
There's nothing going on in this ship.
Have you seen this man? Reward offers for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Brown.
Medical bay.
Okay, gone quiet.
You know I have to see what's going on. Granted, it's not like the safest thing to do. Do I even got the word? Yeah, I got my standard gear.
Hey, how'd you get back there?
Hey!
Ooh, someone has got to talk with Chief Tennyson about the thermostat around here. Whew, ain't gonna be me. So, you buying? Why, it gets you...
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons,
Did I ask you
is
to?
always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads.
Pop off heads.
What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire.
Ooh, I like the sound of that one. Unfortunately, no.
No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys.
Sounds hot.
A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list.
I give her points for spelling it.
So, what can I get you?
A key to your bathroom. That gun is good. Was it here that I saw that gun? Who had the gun? Was it Gladys? That was the other guy. I stole all of her stuff.
Got 1 more hour before the dockmaster bills me. How many beers can I down, do you think? This office used to be in the docking bays?
Hey there.
Hey.
Be seeing you.
Dues pay, dues wait. Freelancer definitely. Sublight. Reliable. This is only behind Hawthorne's ship, but no Hawthorne. Wonder what happened. Answers non-deadbeat as at the rent and go. Insisted once again that he's part of the crew, but they acted like they didn't know him. This is a joke, right? I'm forwarding this around the station. No one thinks you're real. If you are, welcome to the Groundbreaker. Asshole! Aren't fit for sissy pigs. You honestly expect me to share a berth with some junker flown by a freelancer? I'm a company man, and I demand company accommodations. Auntie Cleo's would give you such a withering glare if she saw how you treated her 2-time employee of the month. Yes, that is me. You signed a social contract when you gave me clearance to land. That doesn't sound right at all. I ask for what is mine by right. Room to breathe, a heated berth. What the hell is that? So I can walk around barefoot and service with a smile. You've given me 1 out of 3. I'll give you until I hit send to rectify this error. Hey, I landed like 50 minutes ago, and this crazy guy with no shoes on has been throwing shit at my rig. Like actual shit. Can I open fire or what? Language. Why do they just let me use this computer? I have the thing, right?
Nicely done. There it is.
What? Jane Freelancer was cagey about his business, confiscated his personal belongings while he waited for questioning. Modified pistol, jack hatchet, metal hoop, prayer beads. Locked container owner refused inspection. If he fled before we could get down to it. Left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again. Sublight put a bid on one of our impound generous, went to negotiate for the usual finder's fee. Give Lillian her salvage. We're all at the last hopes. Freelancers was bored. Freelancers won. Arrested a freighter captain with more bits than brains. Hawthorne shipped impounded by order of Udon Medford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with that board snake. A guy from the back bays roughed up a moon kid. Raven Mad warned me that the moon was gonna bring about the end of time. He was flying high on whatever Mac Reed grows down there. Got a sworn testimony that Reed was swatted at the rest and go. Not that anyone will cooperate.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Ah!
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do.
She knows it's me.
Mind you,
she knows it's me.
A light beating at least before he kicks off.
I'm in a restricted area, and she knows it's me. Can I check in your computer?
Huh?
Keep your sights
wish we had bigger weapons, but no. Be careful about blowing holes in the hull.
Oh. Look at that. Perfectly stacked boxes. For what? Grenade launcher. You guys can stop bringing attention to it. Us. Oh, if I fell, that would have been bad. Heavy machine gun, a vortex mace, weapon parts, protective clothing with safety harness. For what purpose? Armored Ballistics makes a fine line of protective clothing. This stylish number comes with its own safety harness and utility belt. And what does that do? Well, at least I'm underweight. They just do it so easily. That's exactly, I could have just got it right there. Bolt pistol. I'm being overly cautious. I'm sure nothing will happen because I'm a Mardant right now. What the hell happened? Because I was opening that, huh? I was opening that and he saw. That's what it was. He just walks in here. What are you doing? You gonna steal stuff? I don't trust this guy. Get out of here.
Move along, as you were.
Yeah, move along.
Nicely done.
Run away. Wait, there's what? There's stuff here still. That's hilarious. Even though that's so funny. I took everything, right? That is hilarious. I could have just picked up a Martin ID card right there. What are you doing? You're not doing nothing. There, this is where it was. A resting ghost card.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative.
Just still everything.
Rizzo's top cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Like a... Yeah, I know. Saving it too much. But that's just what I want to do. Could you not open the door? Come on. I need multiple Restream cards.
Still getting acquainted? Can't go wrong if...
Stick to the promenade.
Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear. Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over
Would the engines
years.
even be on?
Huh? What? Huh.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again?
Gross, Gladys.
I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Sure you did. She doesn't have any Fidus mining cartridge. I didn't see this before. She had the gun. Mag to melt, 2 times corrosion. I need shunts and stuff. I need more Restream.
You still betting on the Tossball series?
Oh man, look at that. My stuff is at nothing. Nothing damage. Where's my minigun at? That's my main weapon. That thing was at 460. Look at that thing. DPS shrink gray. Repair. have so much stuff. But you know what? I'm going to call it at that. Sure, this was very actiony, but I did a lot of snooping around the whole building, whole top floor. Got my knowledge about what's going on.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above? Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill.
You like to dine.
Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal.
Kid.
Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Put your shit.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
You're only getting out of this alive if you play nice. Exploring our ship and stumbled upon this level. If it's nothing personal, I'll just be going.
Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
Waiting for some pirates June sent me. There's a bounty on your head and I want to claim that word.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy.
I think I'll kill him.
Shit like that.
He's got a medical drone.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest.
Jeez, I wonder who
Must
he
have
was.
made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
The hell is providing issues?
Where are we headed?
To your demise.
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Ah. It was embarrassing to watch.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater?
You should have went with the tool. It's more to relationship than beefier, isn't it?
I just met her. How could I be? All I know is I want to talk with her more. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Head back to the ship. back to before I talk to the guy. Or before I talk... Oh, whatever. Wait. 4-minute difference. This should be when I just went into the elevator. Right! 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 Come on. Or the game's just gonna load forever. Oh, the Spacer's Choice guy is still loading. There we go. Oh, alright. Well, this is before I go down. But I'm going to do a manual save. Alright, like I said, that's going to be it for me today on this Outer Worlds. I went through the whole ship. I pocketed as much as I could. I need some rest and go cards to open the other two safes, so maybe I'll find them down at the bottom. Since that's McReed right there, I could either bribe him or probably kill him, right? Because he's a wanted man. I'm probably pretty sure it'd be better just to kill him. Maybe I'll bribe him and then kill him, and maybe I can get my money back. But that's it for me today on the stream. I hope you guys have yourselves a good day.